Hello, I'm Adrian. Welcome to a video that has no plan at all, apart from just drawing and rambling. Thinking of starting with just some practice. Today on the agenda, Rachel Maxey from a random video of hers. It's a habit that I just have to just save screenshots of people in interesting poses that I would like to get better at. Because the best way to learn is by, copying and studying things. This may not be the most time efficient way to study. Every single other person who is on the internet, they just say, oh, if you want to study something, then you should really focus on it. Spend like a week on one specific aspect that you want to improve on. But I think that's bullshit. Maybe it also depends on what you want to get out of it. Usually when I do this, I just want to do a pose. Maybe the facial expressions, but doing justice to real people is very difficult. I chose this pose because it's kind of from a downward angle, and we usually just do a straight on, like a 3/4 view, which while it looks good, it's also boring. You can't really be doing the same thing over and over again. And just drawing from reference, it's always something. Oh, I kind of ruined that. The hardest thing when drawing from a picture, from anything, is to remember the distance between things. Like here, I literally forgot about her shoulder. And that's kind of an issue, isn't it? This isn't gonna be 100% accurate, because that's not the point. The point is just to get the gist of the pose, So if the sleeve is a little bit shorter than it should be, whatever. Everyone has their own goals and thought process when drawing, I usually like starting from a basic skeleton, the balls and the line of action. I forgot to do the chest. That's why this part is a bit shit, because I forgot to do it at all. I'm doing this in pencil, so I could be very delicate with the details I include. So for example, this part is just a seam. But I kind of want to include it because you have to understand how a piece of clothing works, and including these tiny details like seams is very helpful. I don't know how long this video will be. I did a sketchbook tour a few days ago. It's gotten more than I expected, And also, you gotta take little steps. You have to just do something sometimes. I was really debating either making a wizard's tower from random trash that I have acquired over the months, or doing a sketchbook tour. I chose the easier option, easier to at least get into, because man, I don't even have the materials to do any arts and crafts. All I could really do is just do a basic shape, just a giant cylinder, maybe add some brick textures with clay, but that would still look very flat. I don't know, maybe I'll do it in the future. Don't expect that, because I have so many ideas and none of them really go very far. I don't expect anyone to watch this. I'm not even sure if I want to go far in this. I'm already having funny butterflies in my stomach. Well, the butterflies are from just a random fucking someone complimenting me on Tinder, which I haven't fucking checked in months. It was weird to say the least, you know. Unexpected, you could say. Because what is there really to say, you know? I'm not very good at talking. I'm not very good at explaining things. Like, man, I cannot explain a board game for the life of me. Every single time I tried, people were just confused, and when I gave them a fucking leaflet to read, and then it kind of just slowly zaps out the energy, because of course. Usually the only games I suggest is Jackbox, basically. Because at least that, the instructions are already built in. Did you know that? I'm thinking of saving tutorial videos, board game YouTube channels, because they always explain the board game before actually showing the footage of them playing it. And they're usually like 3 minutes tops. They will be 100 times better than me trying, you know? God, the lips. How do you do the lip? Also open lips. Like, how the fuck? You can draw open lips, but having open lips with a clear expression? How? It isn't the main focus of this drawing, at least in what I'm trying to do. Hopefully I'm not blocking the fucking view with my hand while I'm drawing it. Doesn't matter, nobody will get this far, be honest. But it's all about trying, you know. I want to make YouTube videos. It's like 70% for myself, just because I like doing video logs, and usually I don't have the mental energy to fucking put up a camera, the worst part is trying to find something that I can do in the background, because, you know, if it's a video log, then at least do something, mate. I tried doing it with games, but I don't have any good recording software for video games. The lag is so horrible, and also like the application that I'm using, it crashes, it's slow, it's very non-intuitive. There is like a microphone, a recording feature, but I only got it to work like twice in my life, and the struggle is just not worth it. I like doing shadows. Shading is like a butt cheek on a stick, you know, it hurts a lot. And there are a lot of different kinds of shading, you know. There's cell shading, then more painterly shading, and in illustration, you usually want like a good mix of both, but I definitely lean on cell shading. I feel like my style of art is very line focused. My main shape that I like using most is triangles, because they instantly create a dynamic composition in a human. Bubbly, circular things, I have no idea. They always look awful whenever I try them, and I don't really care to try them a lot. Squares are boring. I mean, I know you have to have good shape language knowledge to utilize it well, but that can come in time. And fill in the elements, and there we go. Drawing one done. Took 20 minutes. Damn. Next segment. It's a drawing I have not finished, that I drew like fucking days ago. First things first, they need faces. Did you know that people have faces? I know, crazy, right? Where do we go? You go here. Oh fuck. The whole thing is ruined. Oh my god. Don't mind me just not even using my fucking reference lines at all properly. Because who the fuck? You know, you sometimes just forget the most basic things, you know? You forget the most basic fucking things, then you look like a dumbass. So yesterday, I played through Catherine Full Body. A really good strategy puzzle game. Really enjoyed it. I only played it for the story, but the gameplay is pretty fun. So I did like that. The funny thing is, at least funny to me, is that I started the game like weeks ago, but I only played for like an hour of it, and then I don't know, I forgot about it. I think it's because it's very special to me, and so my brain was like, oh, you need to be in the right environment to play that game. Which, yeah, good call. Only played the tutorial. I got a little bit of the story. And then just abandoned it for weeks. First of all, I was just in the mood to play video games. Ones that I haven't played yet, at least a lot, because of just like a dream that I had. It was basically an intervention with myself, because sometimes you just feel shitty about your actions, even those that you do not take. You just think about. It was basically like a prank. But enough of that. Nobody fucking cares about dreams. Apart from me. I am way too deep into that shit. And so I decided to play a video game. I decided to play Disco Elysium because I bought it months ago, really excited to play it, and just then I had like the knack for it because I just needed to focus on something else. So that was my first pick. Played for like 4 hours of it, but then I killed myself through a stupid choice in the video game. I tried to punch a kid, and then I just stumbled over him and just hit my head on a rock. That's how I died. I lost an hour of progress, which I'm really miffed about. I tried to make a new game with different skills because I kind of goofed on that one. I put all my points into suggestion, and then I realized, oh, that's not what I want. Electrochemistry is way cooler. You'll know it if you ever played the game, and I don't have the fucking time to explain all that shit. So when I started the new game, I made a character that was more competent at more things, but for some reason, I got through like the intro limbo stage, and then my guy just didn't want to stand up. I'm not sure if it's the fault of just the game glitching, or if that's like supposed to be intentional, because the game is very weird. So all I could do was pull on my pants because they were like right under me, and whenever I tried to move, my guy, just laying down in a starfish position, just spun around, having a whale of a time just spinning around. It was kind of funny, but yeah, I lost my will to try again. Yeah. It also is not helping that my laptop can barely handle the game. The only time it ran smoothly was in the starting area because it was a tiny room. Everywhere else, it just chugged. Sometimes it even chugs the fucking dialogue, so everyone sounds like a drunk robot, which it's pretty funny. It's bearable, I don't really mind. As long as I can experience the video game, I'm fine with any troubles. Unless it literally slows down to like 1 frame a second. That would be a deal breaker, but thankfully it's not that bad. So after that sad glitch, I decided to play Catherine. And for some reason, I remember saving in like because the game is split into like 2 types of gameplay. Well, not really gameplay, but like 2 sets of like actionable areas of the game, which is the nightmares and the bar. I thought I saved at the bar the last time I played, but I guess I didn't. So I had to play through the first dungeon, completely not remembering any of the controls, any of like the fucking techniques that the game just badges you over the head with. So for like the first 10 minutes, I was just scrambling around, just being frantic. Not very ice cool of me. But I figured it out. I got through it somehow. And I just got a refresh of the cutscenes that I kind of remembered. And then I somehow just played till like 6 in the morning because I didn't have anything better to do and I was enjoying the gameplay and the story. The story, god damn. I kind of knew what to expect, but also I kind of wanted more. I don't really know how to describe it. Because the whole concept is that a guy is being told by his fiancée that she wants to get married, and he's kind of distraught over that concept. Because why would you want to lock yourself into a marriage, you know? Which, fair enough, I agree. And then a random manic pixie dream girl just comes out of nowhere, and she's very flirty, and he cheats with her. And there's also another girl, which is added in full body, who basically she has amnesia and plays piano really badly. And that's it. The only time I was happy for her was when she just became an aspect of gameplay. The main problem is that, like, depending on how you answer questions and like how you talk to people, it kind of changes the main character's not personality, but like what kind of choices he's about to make. The choices really only start acting up at like a little before halfway through the game. The first 3 nights are basically the same because you get cutscenes. Cutscenes are really cool. Some of them are even anime. My first playthrough, I was trying to be honest, and that just resulted in me being square, like right in the middle, all the fucking time. It's really funny, because I usually try and play the games as myself, but it doesn't really work out in this game. It didn't give me the results I wanted. I played through like 5th, 8th of the game, then it was 6, so I was like, let's sleep. I did. And then I went back into the gameplay. I beat the game in the game time under 24 hours. In real time, it took me like nearly a month. But it was fun. I was nearly disappointed with the ending, but then it got better. I immediately started playing again, but this time on medium difficulty, and I got stuck. I did not save in the bar section where you can change the difficulty, so now I don't know what to do. The game is pretty short. The playable sections are like 10 minutes each, so it's not that bad to restart all over again. It's definitely an 18+ game, but it's not as spicy as I kind of want it to be, because of my stupid decisions, which I will change when I play through it again. One of the fucking scenes, hot damn, too real. The funny thing is that, like, the whole entire premise of the story is basically what I want to make a story out of. So I guess the idea is not as kooky as I thought, because somebody already had it. And it's weird because I did not think about this franchise in years. I think the first time I ever heard of it was watching PewDiePie play it when I was like 8 or 9 years old. I thought it was boring, so I did not watch it. Thank God. You know, children should not be allowed on the internet. I mean, I would have been too dense to understand any of it. That's why I like just noped out of Let's Play instantly, because whatever. But now I fucking love it. Like, it's made by, like, I think the same studio that made Persona franchise, so the like little details are really nice to look at. Like the UI, the music is kind of annoying. It's my fault because I played through the game in one sitting basically, so one of the songs just stuck in my head. I did fucking see a snippet of Catherine in my dream, and you know, I hoped it would happen. It's just kind of funny how quickly it manifested itself. Nothing really happened. It was just like a fake snapshot from a fucking game. It's still funny that it happened. I guess if you like binge play a game highly specific to your interest, then it may happen. I knew it had to be in the dream, like I was not sure. Because it was like a different scene, and it's so fresh in my mind that of course I could have recognized if something was from the fucking game or from a dream. Drawing done, sketch, I don't care. It's alright. Let's go! Okay, another one. This time, fan art. Fan art of me and Puppycat, because, well, it's a series that I enjoyed watching it. I watched the Netflix series over the holidays, I think a year ago, and I enjoyed it immensely. Being Puppycat is lo-fi personified, basically. It's very calm and quirky. I haven't watched the original YouTube series. I think YouTube, yeah. That's still on my list. It was very nice to just chill to and watch. You can watch it easily absent-mindedly. It has very nice muted pastel colors. Like, the style, I would compare it the most to Steven Universe, but the narrative, there really isn't any narrative. Apart from like the last episode, where all the shit hits the fan. But yeah, just as a slice of life, little animated show, it was lovely. My favorite character was Toast. She made me laugh so hard every time she came on screen. I don't remember the characters' names, to be honest. It's not my strong suit. Whenever I watch a TV show, it takes me like at least 6 episodes to get everyone's names. And with being Puppycat, it's a pretty large cast. So yeah, I only know Toast because she slays in every single scene she's in. Basically, every time she's on screen, she's just like, "Let's wrestle! Let's go!" And at one point, like, we find out that she's pregnant and she's still like, "Let's wrestle! Oh, you don't want to wrestle me because I have a baby? Well, you're lame for that." Oh, damn. Good for her. Good for her for having that. But just like an ambition. It's a very odd show, and also kind of melancholy. Especially with the kid character, who is the landlord, and everybody just accepts that. The more you find out about his life situation, it just gets more and more sad. It is kind of weird that pretty much nobody, nothing is taken seriously. Everyone's a bit too chill. Oh my god, the ears are off. Oh no. Oh well. Maybe I'll close this one. I don't know. I could. It's on the freshest page yet, there's nothing behind it, so I could. Don't really have much to talk about now, you know. Kind of exhausted everything I have on my mind. It's safe to say to a random person. The one person who subscribed because of my Muffet animation, thank you so much. Like, I was hoping for like at least some people to watch it. I'm happy. I am really happy for like someone to actually like want to see more of my animations. But hot diggity damn, animating in full color with shadows, that is hell on earth. I probably won't do it again in a long while, because the actual animating time probably took about 2 days, if I'm remembering correctly. And then just filling in the colors. And just doing it step by step. Oh my lord. That added on like 2 extra days. I do not understand people who have patience for that. The thing is that the process of coloring is like okay. I don't mind that aspect. It's just that, at least of like the hardware that I have, the tablet that I use, it doesn't have a screen, and that is really cringy. It really makes everything 10 times more difficult. And because I want to save on the nibs so they don't run out as quickly, so yeah, I try and use them cautiously. But because I try and use them cautiously and just fill in as large areas as I can all in one go, it means that sometimes there are just little specks that aren't filled in whatever place I'm working on. And so you have to just go back and check through every single frame just so it doesn't look that shitty. Just backtracking, it's the most annoying thing. But I'm happy with the final product. I think that mixing the tweening of the head and then animating the hair by hand was a pretty good case. Because my favorite part is just the fluidity of movement. And I'm pretty happy with the colors I picked out. I think the color palette worked really well. I would like to do more digital art, but again, because of the tablet situation, it's just really annoying to even start. But sometimes you just gotta do that, you know? You gotta start doing something even if it may look not how you expected. Is it in frame? A little bit. Oh well. It do be like that sometimes, you know? Now, this is my first time recording traditionally and trying to have a commentary, a real-time commentary. Next time I'll probably at least do some notes or a script if I want to delve into a topic more. I really don't even know how I'm gonna edit this, you know? But we'll deal with that in the editing stage. Did you know gaming that videos take a while to edit? They do. My last one took like 3 hours. It was nice. I like editing. I feel like my editing style, I still need to figure that out because I feel like I'm cutting out too much. Because it's my video, I already know what's gonna appear next. So I just find the areas where there is more than like 1 second of silence to just be annoying. But I think sometimes you need to slow down. It is kind of crazy how being a YouTuber in the early 2000s, it was basically just people having fun, just making goofy videos, just, you know, for the sake of it, like doing random skits and shit like that. Now it could actually be a business. You can actually live off of it. From what I heard of the YouTubers that I follow, not much, because most of them have like a second income. You know, at least have a Patreon or something. Okie dokie, got my colors ready, and now it's line art time. In pretty much every artist's case, it stiffens up the drawing in general, because you have to commit. Let's draw Puppycat. Puppycat's gonna be thick. Because he's a cat. If you didn't notice. This is, in fact, a kitty cat. He doesn't really like to dance. But we can't fault him for that. He's still really adorable. I love Puppycat. Just so gosh darn cute, and I love that he just has a vocoded voice. And that you have to read the subtitles for him. I don't really care about how the line art turns out. Sorry if you're gonna be disappointed in this. My plan was with the sketchbook to draw more fan art, so this is another step towards it. I usually go through phases with what I like drawing, and in here it's just a lot of angst. I'm a very angsty guy, usually. Which does not bode well for trying to make content. I don't like that word. Trying to make things that people would actually enjoy to watch from me. Because you can't be too personal on the internet, you know? Maybe it's just the public perception, the fear of being cancelled, for people taking you wrong. I think that is a big worry, because right now society is like, everybody needs to kind of self-regulate themselves, because God forbid you want to get cancelled. At least in the profession of art, in the profession of making art, showing yourself and showing your passion, that's kind of the whole point. The content, the things you make show who you are as a person. Okay, color time! Color time! I didn't expect to like alcohol markers as much as I do, because during my teen years I was really into watercolor. I thought that was like the easiest one to kind of work with. But then I realized I am horrible at color theory. I'm also horrible at mixing colors. I did a painting a few days ago, and hot diggity damn, everything is like, it's not muddy, but... Well, okay, the painting was not watercolors, so that may be a difference. It was acrylics, which is the hardest medium to work with in my opinion, because it dries out so gosh damn fast, you know? Alcohol markers are probably the most forgiving. The issue with alcohol markers is that you are very limited with your color options. You need to have a lot of markers, and that's expensive to do, you know? But pencils can help out a lot. You can't just have a base color and then color over it with a pencil. You can shade and do cool, funky stuff. Anything else is pink? Oh, his little cat ears. Pastel color palettes are usually not the style that I go for. I usually just go for black and white. Or is it monochrome? Because I never want to bother with colors. It's cool in theory, but it just adds so much extra time. So much extra effort, but sometimes the results are worth it. It's a 60-40 chance of if whatever I color looks good. And also I have a fear of ruining a picture by coloring it, so I kind of want to save it digitally. But I can't really draw digitally because it's my fucking tablet, you know? I really want to save up for a screen tablet. So it will be just like drawing on real paper. But that takes money. Okay, time to color with pencils. The final stage of any illustration. I just picked out the most obvious ones. I don't think this one really needs coloring. I kind of like it as it is. But some shading never hurts. You have to understand the light, and that's kind of hard. I do like the texture that pencils give to an illustration. It makes it more rough, you know? It's a bit of a fuzzy texture to him, because he deserves it. He deserves to be fuzzy. This gray is totally invisible. But who really cares, you know? Burnish. Yeah, this is usually way brighter than what I usually draw. What is there to talk about? I'm not an expert at pencils. think I burnished this way too much. Not too bad, you know, not too bad. I like it. I have no idea how these folds work, but just doing it. Funsies. And there we go. Last fucking illustration. Drawing finished. Bada boom bing. If you're somehow stuck through this whole video, thank you very much, and I hope you'll come again. This will probably be another series I'm going to be doing. Bye bye.